What about now? I sure apologize. Am I good, y'all? I was saying some stuff too. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. And thank you, Pinto Bean, for letting me bringing that to my awareness that I didn't have no sound. Am I being sounded up now here? Hola, ¿cómo está? Okay, good. All right. Excellent, excellent. All right, so welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty channel. And I like I was in the midst of thanking everybody, all my new subscribers, and then I've got this old subscriber from my old channel over there, Pinto Bean, and let me know what's going on. So I'm gonna make Pinto Bean my moderator over here as soon as I find it. Pinto Bean. Thank you, Pinto Bean, for coming on over here. All right, so welcome y'all, and like I said, a bunch of new subscribers, a bunch of new stuff is happening here, and super excited about it. Super excited about the news we're hearing of this Dejanay Jackson being arrested, and we're starting to see some justice, right around the corner. Possible justice is coming in the way here, and to see who else we got up in here. All right, Superstar Graham says, "Good evening. I think something is wrong with the vibe." Okay, yep. That I actually I didn't have the microphone turned on, so I apologize to you and thank y'all. So now we being heard here. Little Bear King says, "Good evening, Yak. You okay? Thank you for all you do. I think you are muted. Thank you so much. Yes, I was muted. I appreciate y'all jumping in here so soon. So I, before we went way down the line, found out that no sound. Juliana Lopez says, "All right, thank you so much, y'all. All right, Jackie Chambers, hi, all around natural beauty. Hello, how y'all doing? Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And do me a favor and hit the like button on your way in here because we are really sending a good message out to the algorithm, and it's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. Juliana Lopez says, "I'm so happy to join you on your live. Love you. Oh, thank you so much. Love you too. I'm just really loving this community that we're building here, being a voice for victims and being a voice of survivors and, really putting this together by supporting the victims and giving them a voice. Like I said, we are not doing moments of silence over here. We are speaking. We are speaking out the names of the victims, speaking out the names of the aggressors, these abusers. We speaking the names out. No more keeping secrets. We are speaking. All right. Thanks again. Hello, everyone. That's right. And yes, okay. Thank y'all so much for coming up in here. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, it's another new name, Little Bear Kings. Perfect. All right. Yes, we go. We got some ones going on up in here. And yet more ones. And okay, hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, ¿y tú? That's about it. Español, muy poquito, muy poquito. Yes, solo poquito Spanish. Poetic Kiss, hey, good evening, good evening. And let's see here, I'm so happy. I'm so happy too. Y'all just don't know. This has been an incredible week since Wednesday, and things are just moving and grooving right along, and we are right on tune with everything. A lot of people are really starting to get some clarification. Some lights are being shined on here, and I'm not gonna lie, some of these narcs is not liking it. But for the most part, most of the people here, it's a happy community here. We do allow, for everybody to have a feeling about certain things, and we listen. But when we see that somebody is trying to be a distraction, we call them out. And y'all gonna have to excuse me for 1 second because I'm having a flash under these hot lights. Ooh, excuse me. All right. And I used to try to set up me a little towel here, but I hadn't had a flash in quite a while. But yeah, I'm 51 years old. I'll be 52 shortly, y'all. And that's kind of what happens when you reach this here status. Let's see here. A little Bear King says, "Let's get the likes up, y'all." That's right. Let me go over here and here go my new moderator. Oh yeah, Little Bear King. That's right. Thank y'all so much. Just getting these likes up. Really appreciate it. And coming into the chat, let me know where y'all coming from too. All right. I'm over here on kind of the East Coast, central area here, Alabama. Let's see, Poetic Health says, this is excellent news. Justice for Shanquella. Yes, 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 yes. And I know that, a few days ago, we was a little bit, a little worried, a little concerned because it didn't seem like anything was happening. But I'd like to say that for sure, things are moving a lot faster than they have moved in the past. You know what I mean? So I'm just grateful for this whole internet, how everything now, instant notification, instant. So a lot of the things that, people would get away with back in the day, not so much anymore because we have instant eyes. All right, a new name here. Casey McDaniel says, hello, all around beauty in the chat. Thank you so much. You got another beautiful sister here. Thank you so much for joining us over here where we all beautiful. All right, thank you, beautiful people. We're getting these numbers up. The likes, it's getting close. Keep it up. And Jackie Barty. All right, hello, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. That's the name. I've seen that one before. All right. Okay, we got. Did I get that wrench on you? Because I know this name is a reoccurrent person here. This all right. Tia Moore. Okay, we love you back. Thank you so much. Y'all just really are filling me up with so much love. And it's a channel. We're all going to be channels for this movement of love and peace. So we can start to defeat these monsters and these negative energies and stuff like that. So love conquers all. But we have to, join together and stuff. So we get out of this mind of being isolated and all of that stuff. Juliana Lopez says, you made my day watching you after hospital shift while at the gym. Good. All right. So you're doing them 12 hours? We used to do, most of the time, if you do this hospital work, it's 12 hours. So for those of you who are new and don't know me, I have over 30 years of nursing experience. And the good thing about nursing is that there's so many different fields that you can get into to where, 30 years goes by like that. You can just move around to different areas. And one of the things that kind of got a light shined on me was that I was able to give my opinion, my expertise on the whole broken neck and the respiratory system that is severed once the spinal cord, once the injury it's has happened, right? We know that you have to be on a ventilator if you have a broken neck, because the message from the brain to tell the lungs to expand, right, is no signal. So there's no breathing with that. And one of the good things I was saying about nursing, again, it's a great career. It's a great career. You get an opportunity to care. And I feel like I'm still caring by being an advocate, because that's part of nursing, is being patient advocate, people advocate, advocating for the people, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to read a few more comments. Okay, look here. We have somebody coming back up here. The common sense expert says, hey, they got her. Yes, 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 yes. I did hear that, and that's why we here today to celebrate, right? Celebrate good time. Come on. We're going to celebrate. Oh, I got some more folks up in here. Luke Casely. That says, good Spanish. Muy bien. Que esta practicando el español. Very good that you are practicing Spanish. Yeah, I went over to your channel. Luke Casely has a channel, and she has some Spanish lessons and stuff like that. I went over there and gave it a little try. So practice is exactly right. So I need to practice. Yes. Mucho practice. Well, how do I say that? Practice, practicando. Thank you so much, Luke Casely, for the encouragement. I shall be continuing to practice my Espanol. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Personal summertime. Okay. All right. Loving. Thank y'all so much. Northern California. Okay, I'm from Southern California originally, down in Southern California. So you are up there with the like San Francisco area, San Jose up there. We got some Texans in the house. All right, all right. Yes, yes, yes. My mom was an LVN. Okay, you know what? This funny thing about being, I was thinking about that. Nurses' kids, right? You guys, nurses' kids don't ever get a chance to get away with playing sick. You know how a lot of kids get to fake and play sick. If your mama is a nurse, you ain't getting away with none of that kind of stuff, right? Because we see through that stuff. So that was the other thing too. Like a few people, I'm gonna bring up the comments later on to show y'all how these haters is coming up in here. So like I said, I want to thank all my new subscribers and even these new haters out there because it's still good. It's still good. Communication, still good in what you call it, engagement, right? Still good engagement. But I am gonna highlight those comments so we could see and be able to recognize when people out here narking and stuff. And there was a live that I did, that marathon one that I did. Look at my little plastic here. And there was a time when there was a narc that was on here, and the people in the chat was letting me know, but I was so far, I was about an hour behind on the chat. So by the time I recognized it was kind of too late. So in the future, I'm going to come up with something where we could do like maybe some kind of emoji. So when that's happening, we could just put that up there, and then I could be drawn to it, and we could call them out and kick them out before they start cutting up and causing too many problems. Moms and LVN, LVN. I got my start. That was my first nurse's license too, to LVN. And the other good thing about nursing is, you can always just keep growing with it and stuff. But the LVN license is perfect. It's excellent. A way to get a foot in the door to nursing. Still good job. Still very always in need, and it's portable. You can work all over the country with that license, and you'll never be hungry. Yes, so that's cool. Yeah. So did you try to fake sick with your mom, and she pull out the thermometer, give you the checkup? Nope, ain't no playing sick up in here. We see it, call it out. She was an excellent nurse. Yes, nursing is a very good, rewarding career. It's rewarding, and yeah. So let's get started here with we're gonna just read the little document as far as like the arrest warrant that they did make and stuff like that. Let me just call out a few more names though before they start getting too far behind. Here's a new name I haven't. Oh yeah, Casey McDaniel. Oh, East Coast, New York. All right. I can see you got your bomber jacket on in the background. You out there in that snow state. All right. So yes. All right. Yes, they got her. All right. Okay, yeah, so y'all all celebrating that up in there. Autumn, welcome. All right. Hola, everyone. Okay, so we got some Spanish people up in here. We got a lot of Espanol speaking up in here. That's right. That's what we're doing up in here. Because it's really important to have at least have a second language, right? And we Americans are late to the train, right? So Spanish really should be a second language for all of us. So yes, let's see here. Me too. I'm from Long Beach. All right, but live in Georgia now. Okay, yeah. It's cool to come out here and get some of this good old southern hospitality, this southern lifestyle where life is easy. I used to work in Long Beach. It was this spot called Holiday Health Spa. It used to be the thing back in the in the 80s, and they changed it to Bally's, whatever. I used to teach aerobics back in my younger years, but they had like 23 club locations, and they had a couple in Long Beach. And back in the 80s, in the late 80s, early 90s, I was the bomb.com as far as coming to teaching these aerobic classes. I used to get down at Bally's, Holiday Hill Spa. Yeah, in Long Beach. All right. Long Beach is a nice area. It is very beautiful. California is a beautiful state. Really, it's a beautiful state, especially Southern California. I'm very partial there because the weather is nice year round. So that's good. Like we're coming from all over. The best job to have as a nurse is at the school. You think it's the best at the school? Okay. All right. I never really, I guess I did kind of work with peds a little bit when I was working on the ventilators at home. I used to call them these little veggie kids. They used to do back in the days, years ago, these kids that would be born with like no brain, I mean, a hole in the head, no brains, they were supposed to, be born and, just pass away. But now, since we have all this technology, we could plug these babies up on these ventilators and send them home, right? With no brain rights. They don't have any, no kind of reflexes, nothing. To me, if you're born with no birth rights, I think it's cruel and inhumane to, um, you know, poke a hole in your neck and stick a tracheostomy in there and hook you up on the ventilator and teach your parents how to pour formula into your stomach, knowing full well you're never going to smile, you're never going to swallow, you're never going to cry, you're never going to do anything. That's like a waste of resources. That's wrong. And you can't have a relationship with something that doesn't have any brain rights. It's like trying to trying to have a relationship with I'm not trying to be funny, but y'all just have to realize too that there's some nursing humor that's going to be part of this whole thing. So we cry here and we laugh too. We do all of it. So everything is not always going to be sad and all that stuff. Sometimes we just have to laugh too, because um, death is a natural process, and we have to learn how to accept it, right? You know, instead of doing what we do here. All right, few more comments here. Luke Hazley, yes, I used to stay walking distance from the Long Beach Ocean Boulevard. All right, and then too, yeah, so it's a lot of stuff happening. Here's a new name, Creation in Motion, says hi. Hello and welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty channel here. Let's see here. Okay, I'm almost caught up. Let's go ahead and finish these few up here. Oh, yes, I love Spanish. Okay, cool. That's right. We need to start getting more of it, more of us speaking it. I'm so glad they finally arrested that mean woman. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so with that note, then we're going to go ahead and look at the first document, because again, there's some words up in there that I was like curious about why they making these distinctions with these words and stuff like that. Suspect getting 40 to 60 years. Okay, now I need to find that. Where'd you get that information from? Let me see here. Shanquella's story also reminds me of the Missy Avilia story. Okay, now I never heard of that person there. Um, no, never heard of that person. Let's see here, one of these here news clippings, and we're gonna see what they're talking about up in here. With okay, here's the update. Let's see. All righty. So see here, update for today says Dejanay Jackson arrested? Huh, is he in jail in Shanquella's Robinson case? What? Okay, did I see that right? All right. So, for the last few days, we've been keep every once in a while these little I don't know what this is happening here about this here. So, um, yeah. All right. So, is Dejanay Jackson arrested? Write Up has given the latest update in this mysterious Shanquella death case. All right. That's just some advertisement here. Has police arrested Dejanay Jackson? The FBI investigation team opened the Shanquella Robinson death case after the autopsy report. Shanquella died in Cabo, Mexico, while on vacation trip with her friends. The group left for the trip on the 28th of October, and according to her friends, Shanquella died of intoxication. So they're leaving. This is kind of not a great story here, because all kind of details are left out, and I'm not sure if this is some kind of a typo or something like that. But yeah, that's not really a good one. You see here, Little Bear King, and oh, is that the thing here? Let's see. All right, let me go. I'm gonna check that out. Little Bear King. All right, let me go on over here and check that out. See. No, that's not me there. All right, Little Bear King has added something here. Okay, here we go. About to share this here. Let me just glance over it. Okay, this looks like something good. Thank you, Little Bear King. We about to hook this up here real quick. Little Bear King. All right. Thank y'all for helping me out here, helping out the group here, bringing the information. All right, says arrested, San Jose, Cabo, Baja California, sir, during the night of November 28th. Okay, so that was last night. Dejanay Jackson was arrested by Interpol agents after a control judge issued an arrest warrant against her for the crime of femicide of Shanquella Robinson, murdered on October 29th in the Cabo Villa complex in this tourist destination. Okay, so at least they're, saying her and also calling it a murder, right? Dejanay Jackson was placed in federal custody, waiting for her to begin her extradition process to Mexico. Okay, so I believe they're saying that she, is still here, but she's in federal custody. Sounds like it, right? Federal custody, where she will be formally accused of the femicide of the 25-year-old businesswoman. The extradition process took between 1 and 2 weeks, resulting from the procedure of the Attorney General's Office of Justice, carried out in the Attorney General's Office of the Republic, and this in turn to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Mexico. Wow. The Attorney General's Office of the State of Baja California, sir, managed to prove that the woman who appears in the video attacking Shanquella Robinson is precisely Dejanay Jackson. Okay, so that's good. All right, cool. That was excellent. I felt like I saw that one earlier. I thank you for putting that in there for us, Little Bear Kings. Thank you so much. That was a pretty good article. So Poetic Hell says, he in jail? I knew I wasn't the only one. Okay, I was going to say, I think it was you that had brought that out too. And you're not the only one. There's been, like I said, we've been going back and forth, and there's actually some comments I'm going to bring up later too, that people were getting agitated, that people are accusing Dejanay, and also they were accusing the other Winter individual of being, um, XY chromosomes. So, yeah. And, I don't know. It's kind of, it's something that everyone is, not everyone, but several people keep bringing that up. Casey McDaniel says Shanquella was a great loss to our community. She was an inspiring young woman full of positive energy. It touches me so deeply. I agree with you. 25, I wasn't doing half of that stuff at 25. And, for her to be such a sweet individual, so caring and giving, again, the reason why we're putting this stuff together so we can start to learn how to identify these people with these narcissistic personality traits, because most empathic people aren't thinking that people are envious and full of rage and anger that could explode, and people could rage on you and end up in a situation like this. So it's very important that we recognize red flags and to be able to determine when somebody has some cold fury directed towards you and stuff like that too. Really sad. Casey McDaniel says Shanquilla did not die from any intoxication. She expired by the hands of a frustrated, jealous, evil, demonic woman. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Yes, we were able to discredit this whole intoxication thing from the video that was shown. And if y'all notice that when the videos first came out, you couldn't get online without seeing the horrific fight. I mean, sorry, not fight, the horrific attack, right? We witnessed the attack. It was a few seconds, right? And then after maybe the second week, we noticed that the video started to get diluted where they chopped off of it. They didn't show all of it. It was only a few seconds. And then it went from a few seconds of the video to where now only still shots are being seen. The video footage itself, is because it's so horrific. You can't, no one's showing it anymore. And we saw that, after the first few seconds with the individual that people are saying is Dejanay, after a few, one or two, she was after she attacked her and slammed her down to the floor. We saw the bow in the back, the back break because the death certificate report indicated the broken back and also the neck, right? And we saw that when she got her down to the floor. We saw the paralysis from the body slumping down like that, and then her to continue to attack her head and neck area to, further the thing. So after that, we know that the report indicated that if someone had that injury, that the lifespan after receiving the fractured neck, the broke neck, the lifespan from that injury is approximately 15 minutes. So that's how we know that it was a bologna sandwich when they said the doctors came there and wanted to treat her for dehydration. That's a whole pile of poop. Whole pile of poop. Somebody is gonna sing like a canary. Yeah, well, if because okay, so but if they got the person who is on the video, yeah, so I guess she probably will be singing like a canary because she probably thinking she don't want to go down by herself. I'm thinking that, we saw that if, once that happened, she already inflicted the fatal blow was inflicted by that one individual. We saw one person doing that. So anybody who touched her or put hands on her after that, you know, um, I don't know, So we see who did the actual, who committed the fatal blow, right? Because once that neck was broken, the lifespan was 15 minutes after that. So if anything happened in between that time, the person was going to already be gone 15 minutes anyway after the first Dejanay person put the hands on her. So once that damage was done, anybody who came in afterwards pretty much was just probably I don't know what the case would be, but I do understand that if you were with a group and one person is the trigger person, that they still will charge everybody for the murder, right? So what is the difference here? If they were all involved, I think they should all be charged too. But definitely the aggressor who broke the back and neck, because everybody else who did anything, they just kind of did something to a body pretty much, because the 15 minutes is not a very long time. So Creations in Motion says that's the article from the Mexican journalist. The lead attorney read it in his stream. Okay. Okay. All right. So we on the right track. We on the right track. All right. Cool. Common sense expert says red flags are freeloaders. If you have them in your life, get rid of them ASAP. That is true. That is so true. That is so true. If you are always the one footing the bill, it's not a friend, because a friend, like if you're going out with friends and we're fighting over who's going to pick up the tab, right? It shouldn't be always you. So you should notice that if you're with people and, when the bill come time, everybody, so yes, freeloaders are definitely not friends. Freeloaders, because that means that they don't care about you. Let's see. Casey McDaniel says, I saw a demon beating Shanquella. I can't watch that video. Yes, the video is extremely difficult. I know I had um, played the video, last week, I guess, like maybe 10 days ago when this stuff was first coming out. And to see when, the thing happened, it's hard. It was heartbreaking, especially because, like I said, um, the years I spent working with the patients on the ventilators with the C collar, the C neck fractures that were ventilator dependent. There was a one story. Like I said, I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, and back in the '90s, I used to take care of a lot of gangbangers who had received gunshot wounds. People trying to shoot in the head, but they had a bad aim, missed the head and hit the neck, and then caused them to be a quadriplegic for the remaining time of their life. And these people would have to be on the ventilator, right? So I said before, sometimes if body needs to stretch, so they wouldn't stretch, so they might sometimes get a spasm. They spasm in, and the ventilator sometimes would pop off. So when the ventilator pop off, the person, the patient is not moving at all. They may have some movement they could do with their face and try to get my attention by, try to do something like that. But they can't make any sound. They can't call for help. They can't say help or nothing like that because you need air in order to make sound. The vocal cords need to have the air to make sound, right? So that's why, you can't speak if somebody's choking you or something like that. No speaking, no sound being come out, right? So I had a one patient. He was a old gangbanger. He was mean, a mean old something, right? So his family, they had to put up with him because he was a real jerk. I took care of him for one day. He was a real jerk, and he told me his biggest fear was because he had had the ventilator and the tracheostomy. His big fear was that the vent would pop off and nobody would come back there to put it on because he was really mean to his family. So they would put him in the back room and just leave him back there untended, and then wait for the nurse to come. So one day, I actually took care of him 2 days. So the second day I'm coming in there, and they had them set up in the back of the house where nobody let you in. They leave the door open, so you just walk in and let yourself in. And as I'm walking into the back of the house, I hear the ventilator alarming. When the ventilator becomes disconnected, it's gonna ding, ding, ding. It's gonna alarm. That means that you got to go in there and connect the person back because they're gonna, no air is coming in. So I'm coming in and I hear the ventilator beep. I'm like, hey, and he's in there by himself. So I plug him back on, plug him back up, and he, tells me a fear that the families are letting him like, the ventilator pop off, and then, if the nurse gets the work on time, you get plugged back up. If not, nothing. So long story short, no, they unplugged him for he had a pop off. I don't know if they unplugged him or not, but anyway, the vent became disconnected, and the nurse didn't come to work that night. So it was Christmas Eve. They were all in the living room having Christmas fun, and nobody heard the ventilator beep, 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 beep. And so anyway, he ended up passing away because of that. All that to say is that, again, it's only so much time that you can go without oxygen. So it's super important to do that. So yeah, and it did look like a demon, attacking her. It was a horrible experience. Horrible experience. Yes. Okay. Okay. A new name here. Dennis Count says to Casey. All right. Y'all got some chat and stuff going up in there. Hey, Rebel Man. All right. Good day, all. Great news story today. I hear. All right. Yes. Um, we are excited to say that. I'm just thinking that um, I don't know. I think they're going to really surprise us with something because maybe since she's been detained as federal something, I don't know. Maybe they're planning to figure out a way to hold them responsible here and not send them to Mexico. Make them be responsible here. I don't know. That would be nice though, because I don't know. Mexico seems a bit too busy to, or I don't know. Would they get a let's see, the red lipstick hustler, Lily. All right. Hi, Natural Beauty Queen. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. All right. A new person here. The red lipstick hustler. Miss Lily. All right. Denise Count says, that's mean. All right. And Little Bear King says, let's get the likes up. All around Natural Beauty is sharing her professional expertise and assessment skills. Yes. And that's the other reason how we were able to like tear down that little fake old police report that they put out there about this whole making this assessment, and she had a slurred speech and all that. So we know now that there's no words, there's no slurred speech, there's no speech at all with no oxygen, no breath, no speeching, no nothing. So that's a big lie that she had a slurred speech. Let's see. Tia Moore says, so the Mexican investigator said that there's no other tape. Wow. Okay. So everybody kept trying to say we need to see all the tapes, that there's these other tapes and all that stuff. And according to Tia Moore says, so the Mexican investigator said that there's is no other tape. That is the only one. But they dragged her from the bedroom to the living room when the doctors came, which makes sense because we all saw the video when Shanquella was assaulted and slammed down to the floor. She never moved after that. That's why I was saying, I believe it was yesterday, that there was, that had to be, if there was a first video or if there's two videos, then that one has to be the second one, because there could be no video after the video we saw her being attacked by Dejanay. She never got up after that again. We saw the broken neck and the broken back, and can even still see it from the still photos. Let me see if I can pull up show a still photo. And y'all can see, you can see the injury. Like there was no way that there was any activity after that. So yes, her body had to be dragged there. And a paralyzed body is even more heavier. It's a certain density, and like I said, that's how you can see it on the actual the video and the films. Like, certain positions a body can't go in. Like, your head can only go down so far, right? you know but if it's broken off and the only thing that's keeping it on your body is the attachment of the skin, because like I said, I had one of my quadriplegics. He was just basically a face. His was like C1. He had an axis one too, so his head was actually shot off his head, so just attached on there. So whenever I would try to turn him, his head could wobble down, so like an impossible move that regular people couldn't get off into. And we saw the body in those positions, so those things can't be faked or um, they just can't be. It is what it is. All right. Q non drum. Hi, beautiful. Hello, hello, and thank you so much. Welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty Show. Hi, beautiful people out there. Welcome to our community where we all about beauty on the inside and giving love and all that stuff to to grow and help everything. Let's see. Creations and motions says exactly. Your natural reflex would be to block or move out the way. Exactly, exactly. So when she flopped down, we saw her look like a big stiff stuffed animal. And if you do get a chance to see the video, you'll see how her arms kind of move up slowly. It's a certain type of way um, things move, like when the nerves are affected. It's a stiffness, something I really can't explain. You have to like know somebody with the paralysis or experience it. And you saw the body going through those little motions like that. And those things everyone saw, and that's what was so alarming about the video, because your subconscious knew you witnessed something extremely, extremely serious here. Let me make sure this ain't nobody telling me something that I need to be paying attention to. Nope. Uh-oh. Yeah, no. So yeah, so I'm super grateful that whomever uploaded that video and brought it to mainstream so we can see this and stand up and be a voice and do something about this tragedy that's probably been, this isn't the first time, it's probably been taking place because, okay, Raquel Jackson, hello to everyone. That's a new name. Welcome, Raquel. And thank you for leaving your name and commenting over here in our chat. Um, so grateful that, it was hard for us to see. However, like I said, we want to give voices to victims and not just want to suffer in silence and or not look at the ugliness. Sometimes we got to see some ugly things. We have to face some ugly things that we don't want to in order to get the justice. And I'm just grateful that we are on the road to witnessing and seeing our sister, our dear sister, get some justice. Camilla says, hello from Kansas. Okay, Kansas. Midwestern Kansas. All right. Welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty Show where we're really putting a lot of energy and shining, keeping the light and a voice out there for our sister Shanquella Robinson. And yesterday they said they made an arrest and that Dejanay Jackson is being held in the federal system. So I'm assuming she's still here in America, and they're waiting for some more extradition stuff. So we are on the right road, and hopefully she'll start pointing fingers. So to make sure everybody go down. Because a lot of times these kind of wicked people like that, they if they're going down, they want to make sure they're gonna bring everybody down too. That's probably why she probably who knows if she encouraged other people to touch and inflict anything on her after she did it, because the incident, the crime was already over after those first few seconds and she's on the floor, and anything done after that was just um, trauma to the body, trauma to her body. So yes, I'm grateful for that. And I'm gonna go and see over here if I could. I want to pull up some of those comments. Like I said, I got a bunch of new subscribers and a few haters, a few new haters that are saying, that I don't know anything and I shouldn't be saying this stuff. And some of the haters that are offended that people are calling Dejanay and this winter person transgenders. People are offended at that. They're feeling like, okay, we got some cash, we got cash apps happening up in here. Thank you so much. Let me read this off. This is the Cash App from Ursula. All right. Thank you, Ursula, for your $10 Cash App for the YouTube entertainment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And y'all, this channel, y'all see I'm just kind of really growing out of the box here. And soon I'll be monetized so y'all can do like different things like super chat. I want to get nice little stickers together so we could put up emojis when people are doing the wrong thing, and we could get them out of here, rule them out when we when they're trying to distract us with these stories and stuff like that, which they were trying to do with that. So thank you so much for your Cash App, Ursula. Really appreciate it. All right. And Casey McDonald says, I don't know if it's true, but she was trying to travel with false passports as Leah Ali. What? Now that's a new one. I hadn't heard that story before, but thank you, Casey, for bringing that out. Wow. Okay. That's right. Q Nondrum says, no, ma'am. Anything done after that was done to further a crime. All around natural beauty RN. Lock them up, lock them up, lock them all up. I agree. So anybody who touched her after that, before the 15 minutes was up, should be held responsible too, because you contributed. Just like I said, usually they charge if there was like a shooting or a killing or something like that, and it was multiple people, they all get charged, all of them. If you went to go rob somebody and somebody, even if it was part of the criminal team, if one of those people was unalive during the act, the whole group would get the be charged for their demise. All right, 100%. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Hello, Angela. Wash Skorg. Hi from Birmingham, Alabama. All right. God is good. Oh, we are the people, no, the apple of his eye, daughters of Zion. You can't hurt one of us and think he won't handle you. Rest in peace, Quella. Yes, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yes, daughters of Zion. Exactly. That's why I'm so grateful that finally we're starting to have a voice for women, right? Because it's significant that they are calling this crime a femicide, not just a homicide. They're saying a femicide, and these femicides have been going on for so long. Women have been being unalived, and no one's doing anything about it. And then we who try to speak out about it, we get gaslit and told that we are crazy, or told that we don't know anything, or we shouldn't say nothing, and people are feeding all these little bogus stories out there, and then people are getting distracted on the facts. The facts is that her neck was broken and she was murdered. That's the fact. And the rest of this stuff about them giving her an IV and she had a slurred speech and all that stuff is defamation of character or something. They're lying on her. Those are all lies. Anyway, I'm not part of the whole little legal field, but I just know all that stuff is wrong, right? It's wrong. And see, abuse of a corpse. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Camilla. Thank you. Abuse of a corpse. That's the word that was coming to mind. That's exactly. Anybody who touched on her after that, that's exactly what was happening. Oh, I missed this one here. Casey McDaniel says, that's why the Interpol got her. Okay. They using fake identification in party passports. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So this thing is pretty deep then. If they're, going through all this kind of stuff with fake passports. Madeline says, "Hi, darling. Something that caught my attention was after she viciously tossed her and proceeded to pounce. Shanquella's feet were pointed outwards. Yes, yes, that's the move. That's the body position I was telling you about. You can see it right there. That a regular person wouldn't be able to do that. You would kind of arch your knees or something like that because your brain would make you do that. Your brain would make you do that. Yes, feet were pointed outward as if they were an internal struggle. Yes, right, because the signal has been severed. It's like I said, the power has been pulled out. You pulled the plug out. Boom. So no more signals. No more signals. Q Nondrum says Texas has laws like Mexico. Okay, yeah, I know Texas. Y'all be getting down out there, where the accessory to the crime gets the same penalty as the principal, unless you agree to turn on your co-defendant at all around attributes are. And thank you so much for that. Like I said, I'm the legal stuff really, it's not my expertise, but I've heard, like this is happens, that everybody, pays for it too. Everybody should be held responsible. Yes, yes, and hopefully that will definitely be the thing here. All right, another cash app. Thank you so much, Shannon McLean, for your $5 cash app. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Casey says, remember when the reporter from CBS did say they had problems that the suspect was missing? That's because somebody gave them fake passports. Okay, so all right, I didn't know about that. I had thought that they were in trouble because they actually allowed them to leave the country. And I didn't know that they had went on the run too when they got back here to the States. Wow, that's interesting there. Interesting there. Fake passports. Well, hopefully they have an eye on the other five individuals. That way, once like I said, probably some fingers gonna start get pointed, and the rest of the people going to probably, hopefully, get in there too. Because I don't think society, I don't think we would accept just one. If they want to just try to give one scapegoat, not even really a scapegoat, but like just punish the one person that did all the damage. I don't think that society would accept that, because of the simple fact that they knew what happened, right? And we just got the video just surfaced. That means that the people were there and knowing what was going on, that took the videos, and still never said nothing. Still came back here, told that lie to the face of the parents. How could you even look at them? How could you even look at them when you know what the daughter went through, what their daughter went through? How could you even look at them? you know. And then I heard too that he came there and ate and broke bread with him and all that stuff, smile in the face, and that's just despicable. Okay, Rebel Man, hello. Okay, Rebel Man said excellent find, Carbo 5, and lock them up abroad. I know that used to be my favorite show back in I think it was like the mid 2000s. It used to really, freak me. I used to really be worried to see that locked up abroad when people do these crimes over there in these other countries and stuff like that. And it's not gonna be nothing like it's gonna be over here in America. And you think these prisons and institutions is bad. Woohoo! I don't know. I guess that's the chance you take when you try to do some dirty stuff like that and plot to get away with it, because there's a chance you can get caught and then you have to pay for it. See here, Camilla says exactly. Yeah. So locked up abroad though, and then those people that went over there, when they would tell their stories, it used to give me nightmares. I used to be worried that I don't know how I would end up being locked up abroad, but I still would worry about that. Like if something were to happen, like that would not be a fun situation to be in. Camilla says they thought their alibi was solid as they paid off the doctor and the Mexican authorities. I know, that I was thinking that this thing is probably big. Like we had kind of established that the Mexican authorities, kind of do some shady business stuff and have been used to taking bribes and helping people buy their way out of stuff, that the whole system that they had set up was really high up there. Like it's higher, it's deeper than what we kind of know about here. And that's why I think, like, once they start doing the investigations, the real doctors, I don't think those were real doctors that wrote that. So I think it was somebody who had access to these reports. And then we also had learned later that these documents weren't even valid. They weren't even real documents. And, that a lot of times, like I was saying, if you work in certain areas, you may have access to different things. Like if you work in the ICU, you'll have access to all of the drugs, all of the whole smorgasbord, and you have free access to it. However, if you work in other departments, you may only have access to certain meds or something. Maybe you don't have access to prescription pads. Doctors, they have prescription pads all around. So anybody who may know, you can grab prescription pads. There's been people that work in this healthcare area and that was selling prescriptions, right? And that they didn't get the prescription for the doctor. Maybe it was somebody, a clerk or somebody that worked in the office that got access to a pack of prescriptions, right? And you start writing prescriptions. I'm saying all that to say that I believe somebody had got access to one of these death certificates and wrote some, whatever stuff up in there, and you know, these or the police reports, or whatever like that. All that stuff to me is fake, and it's not faked by real healthcare workers. It's faked by the people um, who do these type of who were doing these type of cover-ups, and we could tell by the language, like the language that they said the doctor was putting out there sounds so elementary. It's not medical talk at all. So that led me to believe that maybe the police were saying that, or somebody in that department, in that area, that don't know anything about real medicine saying that stuff, not a real licensed person for real. Tia Moore says, Camilla, being got your bullseye target there, says, indeed, as Mexico is beyond corrupt. Yes, they are beyond corrupt. And I was telling y'all about stories, growing up in South Central Los Angeles. Sometimes, I did take care a lot of the Hispanic population. And, we were like 2 hours away from San Diego, which is just a little hop, skip, and a jump over the border to go to Tijuana, Mexico. And, it was talk, it was common knowledge that, you don't drive your car over there because, the federales they'll keep your car, right? Unless you bribe them the money to be able to get back. Like, it was no discussion. You just know that when you drive up there, they're going to be, you supposed to toss the money, so you can get through with your car. Otherwise, people knew that you don't take your car over there because you may or may not get back, or if you get back, you have to have money in order to be able to get your way back over. People would go over there to Tijuana, Mexico, to buy like the counterfeit stuff, and didn't go sell at the swap meet, and so you can make money. But you always went to TJ to get the stuff at a discount. You can buy all kind of stuff, all kind of knockoffs, all kind of stuff, all kind of drugs, all kind of everything you need right there. However, you just make sure you have enough money to get back. You gotta pay to play. All right, all right, truth seeks me. All right, question: does that blue butterfly stand for the Blue Lodge, required to stay silent, and the red background standing in place for the Red Lodge? Did the aggressors have family from a Greek house? Truth seeks me. The blue butterfly, I just did that. Spirit kind of just led me for that. I wasn't aware of that, it meant silence. You're going to make me cry again. No, so, and no, that was all just, I don't know. I was just going by feeling. Like I said, I try to feel things out. So, no, thank you for making me aware of that. I was not aware. That was all just, spirit really touching me to put that, work on that thumbnail for that. Um, wow. Okay. So let me just go back over. So the blue stands for the Blue Lodge, required to stay silent. Oh, did I uncover some deep stuff here? No, I didn't know that. I was just I don't know. I was just being led by spirit to do that. And wow. Um yeah. So thank you, Truth Seeks Me. That was nice to bring that up. Let me see here what these likes are looking like since I'm over here in this little area. All right, so okay, so we're doing pretty decent. I'd like to see a few more likes since there's like 85 people in here. It's been kind of bouncing up and down between this and 100. So, and it's only 53 likes. So let's get the likes up. Here we go. Find this mouse over here. Got another comment. Truth Seeks Me says, okay, just wondering. Fair enough. No, I thank you for bringing that out. Who knows? Maybe there was some